And we are live. Hi, everyone, and hello, world. My name is Julie, and you're watching live talk with me and Raza Aziz, all the way from Canada. Hi,
Yay.
Raza.
Hey, Julie, it's so good to be here and so good to be here back with you. It's been a while.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I miss talking to you. Yeah,
Oh, it's
and
so great. It's so great. I know you've been on a world tour, I'm going to call it. You've been on different continents.
yes, I hope so. I
Yeah,
hope it's like, yeah, I hope I could extend the vacation, but you're going on vacation soon.
I
Yeah.
am. I'm coming. I'm coming to your continent.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I'm not going to be in your country, but of course, I'm going to be on your continent. We're looking forward to a trip to Europe
Yes.
and
Yes.
Turkey and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, looking
Maybe next time, huh?
maybe next time. Absolutely. We got to make it happen.
Okay. So we have an interesting topic today, right?
Yes. Yes.
And and it scares a lot of people because we're talking about, artificial intelligence, right?
Ooh.
And they said that it's a threat for all the digital entrepreneurs. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, it depends on how you look at it, right? I always tell people, whenever I'm talking to people, having a conversation online, I tell people that the world changed in 2020 and then it changed again in 2022. And in 2022, if you remember, November 2022 to be specific, the whole chat GPT thing, happened. But prior to that, AI already existed in
Yeah.
many shapes and forms before that. But the way the artificial intelligence emerged on the scene and how quickly it became the talk of the world. Apparently, I think one of the stats that I heard was that it grew faster than the internet grew. So it is great. I mean, I believe that it is there for those people who can learn to use it. I think it's beneficial. It's benefit for them. For those people who are scared of it and shy away from it, well, watch out. AI will replace you if you run away from it.
Exactly. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's normal. Yeah, it's normal to be concerned about this, especially for us entrepreneurs, digital entrepreneurs, right? The chat GPT or artificial intelligence will help us digital marketers as well to create better contents. But
hmm,
we also have to be very careful for in using it because it's a tool, right? And
correct.
it's just a like normal tool. You have to use it properly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I my daughter is 14 years old, so I am, because this is her time. Like, I mean, Chat GPT and AI is going to be there. So I always talk to her about you want to think of AI, you want to think of Chat GPT and other AI tools um, as your research team. I mean, imagine, Julie, if you had 5, 8, 10 people on your staff, you were paying them every single month, and their job is simply to do research for you. They are your, what do they call it? R&D, research and
Yeah.
development, right? Research and development.
Mhm.
And you come to your R&D team every single morning and say, while you're having your coffee, do you drink coffee?
Yeah, I do
Okay.
in the morning.
So while you're drinking your coffee, you tell your research team, it's like, hey, I'm thinking of doing this.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of writing this book, or I'm thinking I want to produce content on this particular theme for the month of November.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it? Give me some stats.
Yeah.
And your research team is like, okay, we'll go to work, and they do the research. Well, that's exactly tools like ChatGPT are around for, if you truly think about them as your research team. That,
Mhm.
I kid you not, Julie. I mean, when I talk to ChatGPT, it's like I'm having a conversation with somebody, right?
Exactly.
I'm
Mhm.
like, it's like, hey, ChatGPT, I am considering doing this. This is who I am. This is my experience and everything like that. And I'm thinking of doing this. What are your thoughts? And then ChatGPT is like, that's interesting. According to blah blah blah, and then boom, there's like research that comes back. And I think with these tools, we're reducing time. We're simply accelerating the way we produce content, the way we
Yeah.
go to market, like, go on social media, the way we can, increase our knowledge about something. What do you
Hmm.
think? I mean, does that make sense?
Yes, that really makes sense. But there are also some other people who are actually concerned about that, like asking me, "Hey, Julie, will AI replace your job?" They're asking me, will AI replace digital marketers, copywriters, graphic designers, or anyone working in the online space, right? But yeah, I think for me, I believe that the people who are not gonna be adapting or gonna change, gonna accept the change about the AI, they're not gonna use the AI as a tool, they're going to be left behind as well, right? So I think this is a tool, but I believe that if you have a strong brand and you know your skills and you have built up legitimacy and you have experience as well, then you won't be easily be replaced,
Yeah.
right? Because AI, ChatGPT still makes mistakes, they still give you wrong information. They can still give you wrong information, and not everyone has a time to stay in the computer, do this thing, use this tool or whatever drive they use, an AI drive, and edit and publish it, and check the measure the results as well, right?
Mhm.
Especially for us digital marketers, right? Because it's not, you still cannot automate, you know creating ads as well, right? So I
Not
don't
yet.
think it will. Not yet. Yeah, exactly, not yet. But as long as we can still, the thing is that also, people are looking for human connection as well, right? And
Absolutely.
AI is also not, how do you call it, sentient, right? It's not sentient, and it means that, like in a website, sometimes there is a lot of chat bot,
Yeah.
right? That we have to chat on something, like for example, getting an appointment, right?
Hmm.
I don't know if you've had that, getting an appointment, you have to do the
That's
chat
right. You
bot.
have to kind of chat with this bot. If we
Yes,
call it.
yes. And it doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have, like, it cannot relate to you,
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to call the customer service. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You have to go on to the process of automation, that you have to click on the options and you're just like, please get me the human agent, right?
So true.
And yes, because it's not, it's you can automate it. You can automate a lot of things, a
Mhm.
lot of tasks, but still a lot of people needs that human connection and human empathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
So
get it. Absolutely. And I think it's just I think especially as online entrepreneurs, we really want to um, put the right context around AI, right?
mhm,
Around that. Yeah. I'll
exactly.
give you an example. I'll give you an example. As online entrepreneurs, of course, we produce a lot of content, put videos out there, create ads, all of that stuff.
Mhm.
Let's just talk about ads, for example. Let's just say that I put out an ad and I allocated some budget to it and it's doing its thing. And then for one reason or another, I feel like the ad is not hitting the point. My lead
Mm.
cost is high and it's not hitting the mark. I'm not generating as much leads. I can actually go have a conversation with ChatGPT and I can say, hey, I am an online entrepreneur and this is my offer and this is the kind of thing. Do you understand ChatGPT? ChatGPT will let you know, like if it doesn't understand it. Or if it understands it, it'll say, yeah, I'm catching your drift. What's the question? And then you say that here's the ad copy that I created. And right now the statistics are that I'm generating this many leads and this much budget I'm allocating. Can you refine this copy so that it can generate a better ROI on my ad spend, right? And ChatGPT will go in and rewrite the ad that you already created. It will rewrite it. Now,
Mm,
how is that replacing you? That's not replacing you. That's
yeah,
helping you become much more efficient. Instead of
exactly.
you going and hiring an ad agency,
Hmm.
now the power is in your hands for
Hmm.
you to be able to leverage that. And whatever it is that you do, you can make it efficient.
Hmm.
That's what it's really all about.
That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I also have like something about Google. Google actually banned AI generated content last 2022, and they published their new policy this February. Have you heard about that?
I heard
So
about it. I haven't read it in
yeah,
detail, but I heard about it.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, or maybe Google is also going to create their own AI
Oh,
thing.
believe me, they
Could be.
will.
And yeah, so they said in their policy, I've read their policy, it's like they want a content that is original, right?
Mhm.
So AI, if you want to create a content, you cannot just ask AI to create your content, because it's not going to be like original, like it's unoriginal. So you have to create your own content, like what Raza said. He created his own content, and he can ask ChatGPT to revise it, to make it better, or you can also ask for the ChatGPT to create your content about specific topic, but you have to still edit it and create something that has like that will also attract your audience, because ChatGPT doesn't understand your audience as well, your followers.
It
So they
needs it needs your input. Right?
exactly.
It
Yeah.
needs your input. So thinking that it's just going to completely replace digital marketing or anything like that, I don't think
Uh,
so. I think it will replace people who don't learn to use it.
exactly. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think that's where the silver lining is. I was just hopping into ChatGPT and just trying to see what conversations I've had with ChatGPT. I mean, there's so many emails that I've written that I'm having it rewrite, in a
Uh,
friendly tone, in a professional tone, in a sarcastic tone,
uh,
all of that stuff, just because sometimes we need that perspective, but it has to
uh,
initially start from you. Remember, this is a research team. They can refine your work. You have to guide their thinking. um, just recently, I think I came across a story, and some kids, high school I think it was, they used ChatGPT to write the essay. Well,
mm.
it was a very well written essay. But the teacher had an idea, so the teacher copy pasted the entire essay into ChatGPT and said, ChatGPT, did you write this? And ChatGPT very proudly said, yes, this is my work. you know?
That's hilarious.
so
Yeah.
so it's not about it's these are tools. Same way, we don't ride a horse carriage anymore to go do groceries and to go to destinations. We use a car. And when
Mm,
initially the car was invented, people were like, who's going to get a car, and who's going to do
exactly.
this? It's going to it did replace the horses and the buggies and everything like that,
Mm,
but it allowed mankind, human race, to become efficient, to become faster, to become
mm,
to get the things done in a productive way. And I think
mm,
that's what it is all about. It is about letting go, know that the age that we are moving into is continuously transforming. The way the world would look like in 5 years, we don't know yet. We are
mm,
raising our kids for a future that doesn't exist yet, right? Like, does that
mm.
make sense? Right? Like, I mean, by the time,
Exactly. Yeah.
Julie, by the time your kids are teenagers and 18, 20 years old, I mean, the world is going to look completely different, right?
Exactly.
So
Yes. Yeah.
so it's about embracing technology like this. You can't stop it.
Mhm.
And you can't
Mm.
just wave a flag that it's going to replace me. Oh, boo-hoo, it's me. Digital marketing is dying. No, it's not dying, right?
Yes, yes,
All of that
exactly.
stuff. It's really there to enhance us.
Yes, and there's a lot of platforms out there. Sometimes we I see a lot of chat GPT contents as well, and I feel like it's very stiff. It's like it's really has no feeling, something like that. It's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah,
so you really have to, yeah, it's like what you said, the car, if we're all pilots of the car, we're all drivers of the car. So it depends on how you drive the car, right? It's a tool.
yeah,
So AI is also a tool. So
yeah.
yeah.
I was just about a month ago here in Toronto. I had an opportunity to speak to an audience of business owners, and we were and in that audience, that's exactly what I was talking about. I said that tools will come about, new age tools are going to come about that will enhance your business and that will accelerate your business. And now,
Mm,
just because the tools are there doesn't mean you automatically get enhanced. You have to learn to use those tools, or you have to
mm,
find people who know how to use those tools and be
mm,
able to use those tools as a benefit to your business, to the work that you're trying to do. There was an ebook that I had written. It was an electronic document, and about 18, 19 pages.
yeah.
And again, the idea of what angle do I want to take, who's my audience, what are their problems, all of that stuff, I fed it into ChatGPT. It was like a
Mm,
whole, just the way I was having a conversation with, I was just like laughing at myself. I'm like, I'm talking to somebody as if like they are like another human being, right? And
mm,
I'm feeding all this information. Here's my target audience. This is what keeps them awake at night. These are their pain points. These are the solutions that they have. And I believe that this is the way for this audience to win. What are your thoughts on it? And ChatGPT is like, I've got some insight, I've got some statistics, and I can share those with you. I'm like, yeah, share with me in 1,000 words, why this makes sense. And then ChatGPT worked
mm,
and created that. And I think that's ultimately, Julie, coming back to the same point, is that imagine that you have, 5, 10 people who are your research team. Their job is simply to take what it is that you want to do, go out there and be able to provide you a way to make what you want to do better, right? Much more efficient based on thousands of points of data. Like that is the power that you have in your hand. Ultimately, you can't, there are going to be lots of measures. Google is already doing that. Schools are already putting that in measure. You can't just copy and paste stuff. You have to use your empathy, your passion,
yes.
your target audience, all of that stuff in there to be able to mix it. And it's not that people need that information that you're stealing from ChatGPT and throwing it out into the world. That's not what people need. People
Mm,
need the information through your voice.
mhm.
Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Julie,
Yes.
your audience is different than my audience. And we could be saying the same thing, but people who resonate with you will be more leaning towards you just because it's coming through you, right? Through
Mm,
your experience, through your passion. And if I'm saying the same thing to your people, it might not make sense to them, right?
mhm. Exactly.
That's why it's very
Yes.
important to have anything that you produce, whether you produce it on your own or you produce through AI, is it has to filter through your voice because that's what the audience is looking for.
Yeah. There's a lot of how do you call it? Hardcore fans of AI. They use AI even in photos as well.
Hmm.
Artificial. Sometimes it's scary. I just saw a friend of mine using an artificial photo, like artificial app, like that, intelligence app, that he used the photo of him becoming a lady.
Um,
It's like, oh my god, this is so scary. so so yeah, sometimes it's also scary,
It
to
is.
use
It
it
is
too
scary. I
much.
mean, I'm sure you've heard of the AI. Like I can record my voice into an online AI, and then I can
Mm,
write the text, and it would read the text in my voice, and you
yeah.
would not be able to tell that it's not me, right? Like so, it
Mm,
can get on those borderlines of scary. Even video,
exactly.
even video,
Mm, exactly.
you can do it. So
Hmm.
yeah, it is a new world, and just like when the internet came out, just like when anything new comes out, initially it's the wild wild west kind of thing, right? Like everything
Yeah.
goes, but slowly and steadily, measures are going to be put in place to ensure that people are not only just leveraging it safely, but leveraging it for productive work. That they're not just like Google has a huge issue with, like for example, ChatGPT, because ChatGPT looks at the internet when it provides you content. So there's other people's copyrighted information that is coming through ChatGPT to us, right? That people are
Exactly.
repurposing and making their own. So a lot of things, a lot of development is going to happen. But I think one of the things that Julie and I, like Julie, you and myself, like we're on the same page. It's not necessarily being afraid of the AI, but it's really about embracing the fact that it is here, and we're going to continuously keep up with it and see how it can enhance our life, our business, and our missions.
Yes, exactly. There are always pros and cons, and yeah, but we have to. It's the same as every tool. Yeah, you have to use it properly and be careful as well, because it's also scary if you if you overuse it, and it
Absolutely.
can be also a trick to a lot of people,
Yeah,
right? So yeah.
totally.
So thank you so much, Raza. It was very nice to talk to you about this.
Awesome.
And I hope you guys learned something from us. And yeah, don't be scared, be careful. And do you have any tips, Raza, for all of our audience using
Um,
artificial intelligence or chat
yeah,
GPT? Yeah.
listen, learn to become friends with artificial intelligence. It's not here. It didn't just come here. It has been around for a while.
Yeah.
It's just
Mhm.
much more open. It's much more talked about, and a lot
Mhm.
more people are talking about it, right? So it's an opportunity for you to leverage it, and even teach your kids how to leverage it safely. I asked ChatGPT to write a romantic poem for my wife, so it did.
Please don't. That is so
So
funny.
no.
Yeah.
Um, so learn to embrace it, and learn to see, again, like I mentioned, how it can enhance you, your business, and your mission as well.
Yes. Use it wisely.
Wisely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. Thank you so much again. And thank you, everyone, for watching. And thank you, Raza. I hope I could talk to you for another good topic in the future.
Absolutely.
so
It's
if
always a pleasure.
so yeah, I wish you a good vacation soon.
Yes. Thank you.
And yeah. So
Bye, everyone.
thanks everyone. Bye.